Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be going through Cambridge IGCSE October-November 2025 paper 4-3. So the first question that I have here is the nth term of the sequence is 5 minus 2n. Find the sixth term of this sequence. So we have an is 5 minus 2n, right? We are looking for sixth term. So we will just replace n by 6. So then you are done. So 5 minus 12, that gives us negative 7. Okay. Now find the greatest number in this sequence. Now if you see, this sequence is 5 minus 2n. So we are subtracting something from 5. So if this 2n becomes greater than 5, then the number will become negative. So negative will give us the smaller answer. We are looking for the biggest positive answer, and that is only possible when you have nth term equals to 1. So we are just going to replace n equals to 1 in the nth term. So this is 2n. So when n is equal to 1, then it is going to be the biggest term. So n minus 5 minus 2 into 1, that is 3. So 3 is the final answer. Now number 2, we have question from stem and leaf diagram that shows the age of 16 adults. So this is the information about 16 adults. First question, this is the key given to you. Find the mode. So the mode is the most frequent number. So most frequent, right? So if you can see here, observe this data, we have this 1 is repeating 3 times, right? So that is considered will be like the most frequent number, which when you look at the key, 3 2 represent 32, so this 5 1 represents 51. Find the median. Now for median, we are looking for the middle number. So for the middle number, we are going to have like cancel the numbers, all the numbers except the middle numbers. Okay, so now here there are two methods actually. One, you can just cancel and then you can find out. Another one, I'll teach you the both one here. So first last, second last, then second last, third last, fourth last, fifth last, like this. You continue this way, and then you got here as this, we are left with this 41 and 45. So for the median, we will add both of them and then we will divide it. So this is 86 divided by 2, we got 43. So 43 is our final answer. And the second method, if you have this, we have 16 adults. So 16 divided by 2, we got 8. Right, so that means this 8th term here, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th and 8th. Again we came here, as 16th is the even number, so we will take both 8th and 9th value. So 8th plus then you take 9th value divided by 2. So again 8th and 9th is 41 and 45. We add and divide by 2, we got the same answer, right? You can use whatever method is comfortable for you. Now part C, find the percentage of 16 adults with an age of less than 38. First of all, we will look for age less than 38. If you look at the first here, the data, this is up to 37. So they are below 38 and above this are more than that. So how many are they? We will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 out of 16 and we are looking for percentage, so times 100, right? So this gives us 37.5, right? So hope that's clear. So guys, if you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe and share it with your friends, and kindly take a moment to give your feedback in the comment section and let me know how do you like the video or any suggestions for the improvement. Now number 3, we have G is given this and we have the values of M and M. Simply use replace these values there. This is 4 over 5 m squared n, right? So this is 4 over 5, m is 6 squared and n is 15. So 5 times 3 is 15. Now you plug in the values here in the calculator and I got this one as 432, right? Now number 4, we have the scale diagram shows the position of town A on the map. You can see A is here. Town B is 12 kilometers from town A on bearing of 80 degrees. Use scale of 1 centimeter that represent 2 kilometers. Mark the position of town B on the diagram. So we have this scale of 1 centimeter to 2 kilometers. So if I change take the scale, so 1 centimeter is equal to 2 kilometers, and we are looking for 12 kilometers. So 12 kilometers we are getting here by 6. So same we will do on the left hand side. So that means 12 kilometers represents as a 6 centimeter. So our length is going to be 6 centimeter. Now the bearing is from town A. So whenever you see this from word, so you go to that position. So from is at A, and we have already the north line, and place your protractor on the north line this vertical way, and you draw an angle of 80 degrees. So here you are drawing angle of 80 degrees. We always write it as a 3-digit number. If it is coming 2 digits, so you just add 0 as they have already shown here. Now the length is 6 kilometers. So place your ruler at 6 A, and then you cut the line of 6 centimeters. So this is 6 centimeter, and town B is going to be here. Okay, hope that's clear. Now the bearing of C from D is 130. Work out the bearing of D from C. So let's say we have this point here is D, and this point is C. The bearing of C, this point from D, so D, let's say this is the north line here, of C from D is 130 degrees. So I'm sorry, this is going to be wait a minute, because that is a obtuse angle, so we have to take it accordingly. So from here it is going to be 130 from D. So I'm going at point D. This is 130 degrees, and we have our point C somewhere here. Now we are working out the bearing of D from C. So meaning this is the north line at C, and we are looking for this angle here. So if you look around here, this one is going to be this is 130, and this is going to be 50 degrees, right? Or if I draw this line here, then this angle is also going to be 130, because they form this F shape, right? This and this is same. So if this is 130, then plus this is 180. So bearing is, this one is going to be 130 plus 180, which is 310 degrees. So 310 degrees, right? Now next, number 5, we have the diagram shows a regular decagon. Decagon is a polygon having 10 sides, so n is 10 here. AB is line of symmetry of the decagon. Work out the value of D. Now if you see, D is a an interior angle. So if we find out one interior angle and do half of this, then we will get the D, because this angle and this angle is going to be same, because this is a regular decagon, and this AB is line of symmetry, so it will divide the angle into 2 equal parts, right? So now first of all we will find out the interior angle. You know that the formula of interior angle of a polygon is n minus 2 times 180 over n, right? N is 10, so 10 minus 2 times 180 over n, again 10, this is gone. 10 minus 2 8 times 18, that is 144. So 144 is this whole angle, and we are looking for D. D is going to be 144 divided by 2, right? So value of D is 72 degrees. Okay. Now part B, the exterior angle of regular polygon with the n sides is 45. So now we know the formula of exterior angle. Now guys, you need to remember these formulas are not given in your paper, so you need to remember this. This is equal to 45, and we will now just cross multiply here, and this is n times 45 equals to 360 divide by 45 and divide by 45. I got n as 8 here. Okay. Now number 6, simplify. So we are applying here the rule of exponents. We have x power m divided by x power n. So when base is same and we are dividing, then we subtract the powers m minus n. So here we have y will be 5 minus 2, that is y power 3. Now the next one, we will multiply here the numbers first. 3 times 5 is 15. Now we are using xm times xn, laws of exponent, xm plus n. So this is x, 5 plus 3, it's 8. So if you have any confusion, the laws of indices, so I have made a full lesson on that. Please go and check out the channel playlist, then you can find it. Now number 7, this is question from transformations. Now you have to be careful doing these kind of questions. So the first question, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle D onto triangle E. So where is D? D is here, D to E. So if you see D and E, this is the shape D and this is shape E. So their shape and size is same. So it's just the movement. So I will just pick one corner, one vertex, then we will see how is it moving. So right hand or left movement is left on right movement is for x and up and down is for y. So first we will look for the x. So this point came over here, right? If this is A and this is A dash, so to move from here we moved like 1 2 squares, 2 squares right, 1 2, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 down. So this is 2 and 8 down, 2 right. So this is going to be we are going to say this is translation. We have moved the shape. This is a translation by vector 2 and negative 8, because this is going down, so it will be negative. So this is 2 marks question and we have written 2 properties here. Now describe fully the single transformation that maps D onto F. Now D onto F, so it is here, from here to here. Now you see the shape is flipped. So the one shape is this side, another one is like this, so it is flipped. So that means and also the size has changed. So this is a first of all, let me tell you one by one. So this is enlargement. First of all, I will write down this is enlargement and it is flipped, so scale factor is going to be in negative, right? So because it is flipped, scale factor is negative, and as the shape is decreased, so this is going to become like in fraction. So if I choose here one corner, it's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So there are 6 squares jumping here, and this side we have 3. So sorry, 2. So 2 over 6, it gives us 1 over 3, or you can just measure with your ruler and divide them. So this is 1 over 3. Now next we have, it's 3 marks, so we also need center. So center of enlargement, to find out the center of enlargement, you just join the vertices, right? Like here the corresponding vertex, let me see, yes. So here we will have this and this vertex here, I'm joining them. Draw a line like this here. The other one is here. So 2 vertices are always enough to find out the scale factor. Just join the corresponding vertices, then you will see, right? So if you see, I got here, this is my point. Hey, where is this line? Be patient, guys. It's here. So this is our point, right? So now this point is y is 4 and x is negative 3. So center is negative 3 and 4, right? Now let's move to the next question. Number 8. M is a positive integer. Write these values in order of size starting with the smallest. So this is m is a whole, and then we have to see this 33% of m. We can write down 0.33 of m, and 1 by 3 is 0.333 m, and this 320% is going 320 over 100, so it will be 320 over 100 into, we also have m over 10, so this is gone, so we have 0.32 of m. Now we can see which one is the smallest and which one is the largest. As you can see, the smallest is this is 0.32, and after this we have this number 2, this is 3, and number 4. Now remember, you write these numbers in the original form. So we have 320% of m over 10, and then we have 33% of m, then we have 1 over 3 of m, and finally we have m here, right? Now number 9, draw a ring around the calculation that is equivalent to this. So we have this n divided by, so I am just rewriting this, n divided by 5 times 2 is 10 plus 3 it is 13 over 5. This can be written as n times 5 over 13. We take the reciprocal when we change the sign. So n times 5 over 13, I can see this one here. A ring means there is only one option, okay? So if you look, other options are not correct here. So solve the simultaneous equation. So we need to see that the coefficients of x and y are same. If you see, y coefficients are same, so we can just add these to cancel, and the sign is already different, so 5y and 5 will get cancelled. 3 plus 2 it is 5x equals to 50, so x is 10. We got x as 10, then we can use any of the equations to find the value of y. So x is 10 plus 5y is 5. So 5y is 5 minus 30. This is minus 25 over 5. So minus 5. So we got the values of x as 10 and y as negative 5. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you got everything. If you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe and give your feedback. Take a moment. Thank you.